Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and October is here. That means Halloween's coming. So I reached out to Civivi and asked them, hey, can you guys send me some orange knives? We'll do like a Halloween themed kind of overview of some blades. And they were like, yeah, sure. So here we go. We got 5 different knives from these guys. We'll give you the details on each one. I've got links down below in the description section if you want to pick up any of these knives. So let's start off with the largest one on the top right there, and then we'll work through the other ones. All right, so first up, we have the Civivi Praxis Flipper knife. So let me give you some of the details. Your end-to-end length, 8.45 inches. That's 214 millimeters. Blade length, 3.75 inches, 95 millimeters. Closed length, 4.7 inches. That's 119 millimeters. Your blade thickness, 0.12 inches. That's 3 millimeters. And your handle thickness is 0.51 inches. That's 13 millimeters. Your weight is 4.42 ounces. So let me just throw in one of the other knives here real quick just to give you a kind of a comparison. So this is definitely the largest of all the knives. A little bit hard to see that black on the black background. So this is definitely the largest of all the knives. We do have this one as well. We'll talk about in a minute, which is pretty big. But the Praxis Flipper is definitely the largest one that we have kind of in this setup. Let's talk about the materials. Blade material, 9CR18 MOV. Your Rockwell hardness is 58 to 56. It is a flat grind. It does have a satin finish. You do have G10 handles on this. There are a variety of other colors for most of these knives. But since we're focusing on orange and black for Halloween, I thought we'd just focus on that color for now. So some initial thoughts on the knife. First of all, for me, this is a fine size EDC. For some people, it's going to be a little bit too big, but less than 5 ounces and a little bit larger, but still totally functional for me. I love the flipping action. I love the flat grind on it as far as like the look of it. Locks in real nice. You can see you got like those gold liners in there. They're not real gold, obviously, but gold colored liners, which is sweet. The lockup is good. The pivot is nice. Let's look at your pocket clip. You can see you can go right hand or left hand carry, and it is going to be tip up. You also have that, I call it a slot. It's not really a hole here, but like a slot for a lanyard if you want to throw that on there. So you can see in the size of my hand, and like compared to the size of my hand, that's kind of how it rests. Definitely a wide blade this way. So if you want a real, thin profile, like a Quake-in style blade or something like this, this is definitely not your jam. But if you don't mind a wide blade, I think that's kind of a slick one. Now I just got these from Civivi, so I haven't had a chance to EDC them and put them through tons of tests, but this is more like a, hey, heads up, if you want to go with an orange theme for Halloween, here are some options for you. But the Praxis Flipper, I do like the G10 handles. I do think they're just cool looking in general, and all these guys have G10, so I think they look pretty nice. This one doesn't have a ton of angles and texturing as far as like an angle up here, flat, and then another angle. Same thing on the other side as well. I like the C for the pivot there. I wish they had that on the other side here. They don't. Not a deal breaker, and I do think when you open this guy up, so you got this, you can see the gold in there. When you open it up to see that gold in there, I think it's just really cool. It just makes it pop. So that's a Praxis Flipper. Price point for this one at the time of this video is around $50. And we'll see if we can get a discount code for everybody. So check that out in the description section of this video. And if we get a discount code, that's where it'll be posted. So that's the first one of these knives we're going to talk about. Let's talk about the other larger one now. So this is the Backlash. Again, does come in a variety of different colors. Looks like you can have a black handle with a black blade. That's what I'm looking for. Green, brown, and then you can have a black handle with your standard satin finish. Again, orange is our theme, so that's why we got this one. Some of the details. Blade length, 3.5 inches. That's 89 millimeters. Your end-to-end length is 8.10. That's 206 millimeters. Blade thickness, again, 0.12, which is 3 millimeters. Your steel for this, again, is 9CR18 MOV. Anytime you have a CR or a MOV, some people freak out. For me, for an EDC knife, cutting boxes, doing some basic EDC tasks, it's not a huge deal breaker for me. Again, if it was a higher end steel, you'd pay more money, but I'm not going to be using this thing so much in one day that I need to sharpen it in the middle of the day, so I can touch it up when I get home if I need to do that. Let's see. You do have G10 again for the handles. Obviously, this is orange on the G10. Your handle length is 4.6 inches. That's 117 millimeters. Your handle thickness is 0.51. That's 13 millimeters. Stainless steel liner, and your liner color is gray for this. Again, the C on the pivot, which is nice. And you can see that gray liner in there. Let me actually put that down here and then compare it to the Praxis just so you can see them side by side. What a difference is that gold versus that gray. Gray's not bad, but I think that gold really just pops on the Praxis flipper. I do want to show you too just the width of the blade, the comparison as far as the width, you know, from the spine down to the cutting edge. This is probably, I mean, it's notably thicker than anything else we're going to show you here, and that's what it looks like when they're on top of one another. This one's definitely got that kind of pointy feel for a knife with that clip kind of on the top there. Some pretty serious jimping up on top. I would call it medium, moving up toward a little bit more aggressive, but you can definitely lock in. And it's not like your hand falls right here. You can put it all the way up there, so you're getting your whole kind of the padding of your thumb to really rest on that jimping. Again, not the C on the back side of the pivot, but that's okay. And then we do have the right hand or left hand carry with your pocket clip. Take a look at the pocket clip on this guy. Nice and deep. I mean, look how deep that is going to ride in your pocket, so you're not going to have a lot of the knife sticking out. You do have this spacer here, and I'm not a huge fan of this. It looks a little too plasticky. It may be G10, but I wish maybe they polish it up or put a little texture on it. I think that would be nice. But the profile of this blade, I do like. I think that's a cool looking knife. Price point again for this one, similar to the Praxis flipper, is $50. Next up here, we have the smallest of all these knives. This is the odium flipper. This is going to be 6.19 inches from end to end, 157.2 millimeters. Blade length 2.65, so a very compact little blade. That's 67.2 millimeters. Your closed length is 3.54 inches. That's 90 millimeters. Blade thickness 0.12 like the others. That's 3 millimeters. Handle thickness is 0.43. That's 11 millimeters. And your weight is 2.5 ounces for this one. So this is really slick and compact. Let me actually back the camera up so you can compare this one to the largest one. So there's the Praxis on the top and the odium on the bottom. So obviously you can see quite a difference as far as your size. This one's also D2, so you're going to just be getting a different steel out of this. A lot of people like D2 for an EDC knife. Just gives you a lot of durability. Rockwell hardness for this one is going to be, excuse me, 59 to 61. It is a flat grind, and they call it a stone wash finish. G10 handle, again, let me close this up and I'll show you the clip. So you have a black clip on this one as opposed to silver, and you can see this is going to be, actually, it looks like both sides, yeah. Again, so right hand or left hand carry, tip up. Big slot there for opening it, and you can certainly use the flipper as well. So here's the flipper. Nice action there. The C on the pivot, again, nothing, oh, almost dropped it. Nothing on the back side. Yeah, it's a cool little knife. I mean, this thing is very compact. I think about this for like a very slick, compact EDC, and maybe throw in, like I've got a copper Olight here. Put those two together. What is this, the I.5T, I think? I3T EOS in copper. Very compact little EDC setup right there. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something to do some basic EDC tasks, I think this could be cool. The flat grind is nice on this one, and it does definitely have, like, you can see the stone wash versus like the satin finish. Definitely like a grayer tone on the odium. So cool little knife. They do have a little more texture here on the spacer in the back, which I like as well. Get the silver liners, lockup looks good. Cool little blade. Obviously very compact, fits in the hand nicely. This next one is the Trailblazer slip joint, and they have a larger one and a smaller one. This is the smaller one. Your end-to-end length for this one is 6.85 inches. That's 174 millimeters. Blade length just under 3 inches, so 2.97 inches. That's 75.4 millimeters. Closed length 3.88 inches. That's 98.6 millimeters. Blade thickness is 0.12. That's 3 millimeters. Handle thickness 0.41. That's 10.4 millimeters, and your weight is 3.19 ounces. Now the steel for this is going to be your 14C28N. That's, you may be familiar with that, connected to like Mora knives. That's a knife that, or a steel that they've used often in their knives. 58 to 60 Rockwell hardness. It is a hollow grind, and it is gray stone wash. And again, it's a slip joint, so you're not going to have any locking mechanism down here. Basically, the tension is going to come back and bring it to here, and then down in like that. So no flipper. And to open it, I mean, you can lock your hand in and then pull it out, but it is definitely quite challenging to do. I'll see if I can even do it on camera. Yeah, barely. So in general, this is how you're going to want to open it. Close like this and then pull it like that to open it up. I do like that stone wash, and then that kind of up the handle a little bit. So again, you have metal here, and then this becomes your G10 there. C on the pivot again, and then you've got pocket clip there, right or left hand carry, tip up. Let me close this up using the table like so. There's the back, all metal straight through. So you've got liners and spacer. There's kind of a metal spacer, but it's actually functioning as part of the locking mechanism. It looks like you have a slot down there that you could run some paracord through. Yeah, you can run up some paracord or something through that if you wanted to. Definitely going to be tight to do that with paracord. You have to squeeze it through there. But I like the overall look of this. I like that kind of two-tone on the handle. I think that's pretty slick. This is a different steel. Price point for this is going to be $88 right now at the time of this video. And again, check out the links down below, and also if we can score a discount code, we'll put it down there on the in the description section on this video. All right, last up here we have the Elementum Flipper. So this is the first one, or the only one, I guess, that has the all black blade here. Like I said, we're going with orange for this one, but there are a variety of colors for almost all these knives if you want to get them in different colors and step outside of the Halloween theme. 6.99 inches from end to end. That's 177.6 millimeters. Blade length 2.96 inches, that's 75.2 millimeters. Your close length 4.03 inches, that's 102.4 millimeters. Blade thickness 0.12, that's 3 millimeters. Your handle thickness is 0.43, 11 millimeters. 0.43 inches, that's 11 millimeters. And then your weight is 2.89 ounces. D2 for your steel for this one, Rockwell hardness is 58 to 60. It is a hollow grind. And then you have that black stonewash finish. I think this one is very subtle. That's the word I would use for this. Very, very subtle. I do like this guy. I mean, this is probably the most Halloween-y theme of all of them because it's got the black and the orange together. You can see you got the liners in there that are black. Pocket clip, again, nice and deep on most of these knives. And you can go just, looks like going to be right-hand carry tip up for this one. You can't swap it out to the other side. Nice size hole there to run some paracord through if you want to do that. And again, this is a flipper, as you can see the flipper right there. Pops out nice and smooth. $59 for this one, the Elementum Flipper. All right, guys, so once again, the purpose of this video is to not be overly profound or anything. Just say, hey, you know, got Halloween coming up. Let's go with the orange theme. Civivi is also doing a really solid giveaway at this point, so check out the link down below so you can learn about the giveaway as well. But yeah, I mean, reasonably priced knives, cool designs. I think it's a nice kind of display of what they have to offer in their knives, different styles and kind of looks of the different knives, blade width, blade thickness, you know, colors, locking style, etc. So yeah, check it out. I got links down below. Thanks for checking out the video. If you got any questions, feel free to leave it in a comment. And yeah, let's hear your feedback on these knives, and especially if you've used other Civivi knives. I'd love to hear what your experience has been. So thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.